I was listening to the story about, it was a story of a family in Washington, and the little boy called the Bigfoot the Cowboy Man. And he had, apparently it had made an effort to steal this kid. And it hit me. My children were in that playpen behind me with nothing but a mosquito net over them. It could have crept up behind me and taken both of my children, and I wouldn't have known.
Father just got like a Mustang or something from Wyoming, okay? He had it out in the corral because he couldn't put it in the barn in the stalls with the other horses. It would kick and made all the other horses nervous. Had a Seminole Indian working the horse, trying to break it every day. So they had it out in the corral. This skunk ape snuck up behind this horse and grabbed it on its hind quarters. This particular horse kicks out, jumps over the corral, runs into the pasture, to get away. At this point, the rancher's out there just blasted away with the 30-30. Skunk ape runs into the swamp.
I went up there one day after that, or 2 days after that. I went up there and sat in the silence up there, and I'm telling you, man, it was free. It was crazy. There was a crazy vibe up there still. I did what I could to kind of get things under control, but I told her, I said, you need to get off this property. I feel like no matter how strong you are, it's almost like standing in the ocean. You can't stand still without moving your feet. You're going to get knocked over eventually, no matter how strong, whatever. You can't withstand a barrage of weird spiritual energy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Paranormal Odyssey. I'm Wayne, joined as always by my partner in crime, Miss Tiffany. What's up, lady?
Oh, not much. The moon, because it's after 10 here in Virginia.
Virginia?
Leave me alone. My husband has picked on me for the past few days about how I've been talking.
Been talking? Nothing wrong with the way you talk.
This is the way I talk. I'll put a W where there's an L.
How cold's it been in Virginia?
Oh my gosh, today, Wayne, it was so gorgeous. It was almost 70 degrees. And after coming off of these past, I don't know, too long of only being like 40, I was in heaven. I see you, Mr. Tiffany.
Nothing at all wrong with that.
Oh, he has really given me a bunch of crap. But it's gonna be warm the next 4 days. Oh, it's gonna be warm the next 4 days.
I'm leaving in the morning to go on that expedition, the BFRO expedition. So I'm very, very excited about that. But it's not going to be as cold as I was hoping. It's going to be in the 70s during the day, I think, and down in the 40s at night. I like camping in the cold better.
Well, you'll have to pack 2 separate outfits, one for the daytime and one for the evening.
Yeah, I got 2 bags in there. I brought a little bit of everything. I didn't know what to expect. And Miss Lori Wade told me, I've already announced it, that she's given me the okay to do a show from there. Found out today, not only will we have cell service, but we have Wi-Fi as well. So we should be able to do a full episode Tuesday night.
Awesome. Well, I will be here at 7:30 then, waiting on you.
I'll get everything set up probably after the show. But yeah, y'all be looking for that. This coming Tuesday, 7:30, I will be live at a BFRO expedition somewhere in the great state of Tennessee, in the woods.
Oh my gosh. That means I can say, and here's our host, Wayne, live on location. I'm going to do it.
What are you holding though?
They have the little mic in their ear, and they hold it so it doesn't fall out. Do what?
But you don't.
It's called acting. And just y'all know I'm kind of lagging a little bit, so I've went out of the room and come back in, and I'm just slow. According to Wayne, I'm just slow. So that's what you're getting.
Did you see what Naoma said?
I didn't.
Here's a riddle at Zachary Duran. What happened to the man who made fun of his wife? Answer: no one knows. No one ever will.
That's right. Keep that in
That's
mind, Mr.
probably
Zachary.
it's probably wise advice right there.
Yeah, but he's right. I do give it right back. So
Yeah. All right.
I have to get it more than give it.
Let's get all this out the way so we can get to our guest who is waiting patiently backstage during our shenanigans. Guys, if you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button. We would certainly appreciate it. Heading in the right direction. We are not where we want to be yet. Share the show with everybody. Tell them your family and friends, and help us recruit some new people. But if you have not done so, please hit that subscribe button.
And if you would like to be on with Wayne and myself and all these shenanigans, you can reach out to both of us, Wayne and Tiffany, at paranormalworldproductions.com. And we don't have many slots open for November already. So if you want to get in, you got to get in while the getting is good. So just reach out to us.
Right. I'm going to ask everybody to head over to paranormalworldproductions.com. Check out our website. Show some support to all the other shows in the studio. Pick up some merch, all of that good stuff.
And if you have any questions for our guest, which I say it every week and I'll say it every time, so get used to it. We love your questions. Just put them in all capital letters so we can see them.
I want to remind everybody or invite everyone that has not done so already to head over to Manimal Research on Facebook. It's my organization that I founded back in 2019. We get out and do our own Bigfoot research. We would love to have you come over and join our group on Facebook. If you would, please.
And head over to reaperapparelco.com. Any purchase made using the promo code Paranormal Odyssey, you are going to receive 10% off of your purchase. So with Christmas coming up, Black Friday sales are going to be starting soon. Absolutely head there and get your 10% savings as well.
Very good. Very good. See who all we got in here this evening. Red Dirt Cryptid. I believe that's Brian. What's up, buddy?
Hey,
Ristal,
buddy.
Mr. Tiffany is hanging out with us tonight. Hello, sir. And I saw Miss Naoma Finn. Thank you for hanging out, as always, Miss Naoma. All right, we are ready for a good show. I am excited about the show tonight. I've been talking to this lady for, I guess, about a month now, and I'm excited to get her on. She reached out to me through TikTok and told me about some crazy stuff that she has had going on in her life. And normally we have researchers or people that are in the field that come on and talk about their stuff, but she's not really a researcher. She's just an individual that has had some experiences. She is Buddhist. She's on to talk about her religion and how monks have played a role in helping her with some of the things that's happened in her life. And I'm excited to get her to share the story because it's creepy as hell. She's told me, and it creeped me out. So I'm excited.
And it's new to me. I haven't heard it yet. So everything is a surprise for Tiffany. So we'll see.
All right. If you're ready, we're going to bring her on.
I am ready, Freddie.
Mandy, how you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Doing very, very good. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with us.
All right, and thank you for allowing me to share my story.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear you share it with everybody else. I've heard it, but they haven't, so I'm excited for them to get that opportunity. And as I was saying, you're not in the field, so I just want to start with. Normally, I ask people, how they got into the field, but
Mhm.
you're an experiencer. So what I would like for you to do is just the earliest thing that you can think of, the odd thing. I know we're going to get into the relationship, the issues you had with your previous relationship. If you want to start there, you can, but just wherever you want, go ahead and start and take off, ma'am. The floor is yours.
I mean, my first experience of seeing a ghost when I went to Thailand when I was like 4 years old. And so like Thailand, they're like known for like spirits roaming around freely, like they're everywhere. So I've had experience. My dad used to live in a well, we used to live in a haunted house when I was a kid. It was like an old lady that used to live there. Um, but like I became like more spiritual ever since I had my son. So my son, he can see dead people.
Okay, yeah, you were telling me that. Now, how old's your son? You said he was 4?
Yeah, he's 4. So it's even
How?
creepy. But like, I mean, so like a lot of my friends can see dead people as well. So I've always asked them for like advice, like how did you like overcome things growing up when you were a kid and seeing dead people?
So I'm interested. How does that conversation happen with the 4-year-old? Like, the mommy, I see a man standing over there that's dead. I mean, how did you figure out
Um,
that he had this ability?
well, it started when he was like 2 years old. So he has a speech impairment. So like he didn't really say much, but he said the name Jimmy all the time. And at the time I was going through a lot of like bad luck back to back to back to back. And so like my friend's mom, she like told her to reach out to me because she has like an intuition. And I told her about my situation. They're like, okay, you need to go to the temple. And so I called out my dad. He's also Buddhist, and he was like, okay, this is what you need to get for the temple to do like a cleanse or whatever. So I went to the temple. The monk told me like, oh, you have a ghost in your house. And that's when I'm like, that's why my son's been saying the name Jimmy all the time. So that's
Okay,
how it
okay,
started. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Now, as creepy as that is, it has nothing. It doesn't have anything, in my opinion, doesn't have anything compared to what you went through with this previous relationship that you had
Yeah.
with this man. It's pretty fresh, right?
Yeah.
You you two split pretty recently, right?
Mhm.
Now, if you would tell everybody in as much detail as you can, like what happened, because I'll just let you explain it.
I mean, it all started like, I mean, he told me in the beginning, like, oh, like his friend passed away. He committed suicide, but he's a friendly ghost. He comes visit him. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, because like I'm so used to like this spirit thing now that doesn't really scare me anymore. And then like one night I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw this girl that looks like the ring standing on the side of my bed. It was my first time seeing like a vivid spirit. Usually I'll see like a dark shadow figure, but she was just standing just like that on my side of the bed. But I didn't freak out for some reason. I had to go pee, so I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, oh, it's probably just a dream or something. And then I would hear like, footsteps and stuff like that. And then later on, I was out of town, and then um, I woke up in the morning, took a shower, felt, a really sharp pain on my arm, and found out that I got a cut. So that's when I had to call up my friend as a medium. So she's like my go-to person because she's more helpful in most cases. And so she told me he has a spirit attachment, and she's the reason why he can't be in a relationship that long. Like all his relationships always been like a couple months, and she came out because I was on my period, and so she smelled my feminine, scent, and that's how she came out. Because like the first month, I didn't notice anything, and then the second month, that's when I started like, you know, um, noticing, weird things happening and stuff like that. So my friend, I asked her, "Can you get rid of this ghost for me?" She was like, "I don't know, because it's attached to him, not me." So she was like, "Okay, let me put her in a Pandora box and see if that helped." And it helped for 2 days, and then it pissed her off. So like I work during the daytime, and so I was told like if a spirit is strong, they'll come like bother you during the daytime and broad daylight as well. So like she opened up my dresser drawers and start flicking in my dresser knobs. And I called him. I was like, "Look, I'm going to your house. We're gonna go to the temple this Saturday. We're gonna get cleansed." And then um later on, I found out that the monk was out of town, so we had to wait. But I mean, I ended up breaking up with the guy anyways, not because of the spirit. It was just other reasons. But that's my story.
So he this entity was more or less jealous of any
Mm,
females that came into his life,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Did you ever find out who it was? Like, how did she become attached to him? Like, what the hell is her problem? Why is she so attached to this dude?
So another medium I get readings done too, because like my friend, she just had a baby, so her uh what's the word? Psychic ability is not that strong. So the other medium I go to, she said, is a past life lover. And she said that if you want to get rid of it, I can't do it. He has to do it. He has to be willing to do it. The same thing as what my friends told me at the temple. He has to believe it, in order to get rid of it. But he doesn't believe that it's a woman's spirit tormenting the girls that he's dated in the past.
So it was in one of his past lives. It was like a jaded lover, or even like a wife, maybe in a past life.
Probably. Probably.
And
Yeah.
he's just jealous. Think, oh, why are you doing my man?
Hmm.
I mean, I think that pissed most of us off.
Yes.
Then that is crazy, man. So it didn't all just happen at his house, right? Like it would. You said
Mm,
you got your scratch while you were on the road in a hotel room.
yeah.
And did anything happen at home when you were around your son? Was your son affected in any way?
No, it's just me because I'm the one like dating him. So she doesn't torment. So like what my medium told me, she doesn't like bother anybody. She doesn't bother him really, except for like she does possess him, like and make him like a narcissist. But luckily, like we didn't date that far for me to like find out about the narcissist.
Like all the bad traits and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Like I cut ties, and so like I was told to like
But
burn.
you can,
Okay.
yeah, but you can confirm that from his previous relationships, they don't last long. Have
Yeah.
have you had a chance to talk to any of his other exes to like compare notes, maybe?
No, I just know that. I mean, he told me like he's pretty straightforward. Like, oh, it'll only last a couple months, and like every I don't know, just different excuses. I'm like, okay, like all right, whatever.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
so
interrupt you.
no, it's okay. So, and this is for Bristol. That's a big box and nope for me. And you said, I didn't let it scare me because I had to go to the bathroom. Tiffany would have went to the bathroom right there. I'm just gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, she was scary looking. Yeah, like it was my first time seeing like a vivid spirit. Usually I'll see like a dark shadow or something like that, but I had to go.
I would have went. I mean, I'm just being honest.
You'd have went in the bed.
I would have went. and I would have dealt with the the consequences of peeing in the bed after effect. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I went straight to sleep too afterwards. I mean, like at the time, I wasn't scared of her. Like my meeting was like, she could tell you're not scared of her, and I'm usually not because like I can always like call her my medium or like the monks to get rid of them. But she's a strong one. She's a really strong one.
So does he even correlate the fact that maybe this is why his relationships are not lasting? I mean, if he's a narcissist, I wouldn't want that relationship to last long
Mm.
anyways, just because. But is he putting two and two together that this spirit of this hella scary thing is what's chasing off his girlfriends?
I mean, for what I've been told, like that spirit is like controlling his mind and like making him think, like, oh, she wasn't the one for me anyways. But yeah, I wish him the best of luck, That's all I can say. That sucked. I
And
mean, like,
you haven't been in contact with them since?
oh no. No, it wasn't worth it. It's not worth it.
Yes, girl, preach. It ain't worth all that. No, 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 no.
Okay. Is there anything else that happened in that experience? Because in a couple of months that you guys were together for a couple of months, I'm sure
Mhm,
there were some other stuff that might have happened. You talked about the cabinets and the drawers opening and closing, even when you weren't with them.
mhm.
Can you think of anything else that happened?
I mean, every night I would get like nightmares and wake up every 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's usually the sign that someone is there to torment you. That's because that's happened to me before a few times with my paranormal experience. That's the signs. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, waking up and nightmares, constant nightmares.
Now, since you have left him, all that stopped, right?
I believe so. I mean, like, I think so, but it's just tough because I'm a deep sleeper. It takes a lot for me to wake up, but I have been getting a like normal sleep now. Yeah, so I think like well, so like
Okay.
after so the day I
So, I mean,
left, oh god. Well, okay, the
It's
day I left when I stormed out of his
no,
house, like
I'm no, go ahead. Go ahead.
when I when I got home, cause like I was getting migraines, so like a couple of weeks, before I broke it off with him, I was getting like really bad migraines, like somebody like squeezing my head, and I would have back pain, and I would have low energy. But like when I broke it off with him and went home, I kid you not, my migraines went away, my energy came back, I didn't have back pain. It was the weirdest thing ever.
so it was almost like an oppression.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of.
So this
Mm,
Yeah.
entity or this spirit was almost like um following you from his
mhm,
place to your place.
yeah.
And it was like an oppression.
Mhm.
Naomi, I wanted to know if you
Yeah.
could
So,
describe your nightmares.
I mean, they're all different, but one of them that I remember vividly was me killing all these spiders. But the thing is with my nightmares is like I'm a strong spirit, so like I was just killing them, But so when I told my medium about my nightmare about the spiders, she said the spiders are like a feminine spirit, like a feminine sign. Um, but yeah, like I had different nightmares of different things. It could be about life, it could be about animals, it could be about ghosts, but I would wake up, you know, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning after that nightmare.
yeah. So the waking up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, that has stopped. The migraines are gone. The back pain's gone.
Mhm.
The all the negative stuff has stopped since you left him. So I think you
Mhm.
got your answer. I think you can pretty much confirm that that's what it was. This
Yeah,
chick was tormenting you.
yeah. I'm still gonna go to the temple to get cleansed, but you know, she's a strong one. Like my medium, she can typically get rid of certain spirits, but that one it was a tough one. I mean, she did put her in like in a spiritual Pandora box, and then 2 days later, she was pissed off and start pulling my dresser drawers.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, you got to have some pretty strong energy from what we've learned from doing the show. The spirit has to have some pretty strong energy in order to move stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, especially during the daytime. hmm
Yeah, yeah. So that's something you heard also, that if you get activity in the daytime, it's a more powerful spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I hear a lot of things. Like my friends are like, because I had a when I was experiencing that ghost named Jimmy with my son. I was like, I couldn't sleep because he would like bother me mostly because he knew I was trying to get rid of him. So he is a teenage boy that was molested. That's how he passed away. And he was attached to my son because my son can see these um, dead people. So like people who can see dead people, they get attached to them easily. Just like how like little kids, they'll have like an imaginary friend, and they're
Yeah.
not really imaginary. And so I try to get rid of him. And like one night, my son was able to get some sleep, but like his toy. Yes. So, my son, he does get a lot of nightmares. So some of it is because of his gift, and some of it is because he still remembers his past life. So a lot of kids, they can remember their past life as well, at that age. And that's one thing I learned from going to the
Now,
temple.
your son being so young, 4 years old, do you think that possibly this is going to be something that he grows out of? Do you want that to be the case?
I don't know, but I was told from the monk that that's his gift. He's like my guardian angel. He's here to like see dead people, and help me out. But it's my job right now because he's so young to protect him. But when he gets
Okay.
older, that's his gift is to see dead people. Cause like, I mean, like ghosts, spirits, whatever you want to call them, they're everywhere. There's good, there's bad, and so with the bad, you have to get rid of them. And so, since he can see them, that's my way to. That's how I know I gotta get rid of them. So I either go to the temple to get rid of them, or go see my or call my medium friend.
Yeah,
Mm.
I told you before that I'm not that familiar with your culture or your religion, like the Buddhist religion and monks and all that stuff. And you've taught me some stuff about monks that I didn't know. One of them was monks do exorcisms. I had no
Yeah,
idea. I thought it was
they
just
do.
priests. I thought it was just priests that did that. Have you ever heard of any exorcisms that a monk has done? Or are there any that you can talk about?
My friends told me like, man, like they told me like they'll hear like screaming inside the temple, and like it's like a private session, and they can hear it outside the temple. So that they then that means the monk is getting rid of that evil spirit from that person. I had one friend, he had like a housewarming party, and they brought a monk over to bless the house, and this lady was running away from the monk. So the monk pointed her out, and so this lady, she's like in her 30s and having trouble having kids. She doesn't have any kids or anything, and the monk pointed her out and did an exorcism in front of everyone and got rid of that evil spirit from her. Um,
Well,
but
You
yeah,
said
those are
huh?
she was
What'd you say,
having a hard
Tiffany?
time getting pregnant, you said?
Yeah, she can't have kids.
mm,
So
Oh,
I
that
don't
is
know.
scary.
So I don't know if like it's because she was like possessed or it's like a karma thing. I don't know. I was told like if you can't have kids, it's a karma thing. But I don't know. Like my son, he's seen a lot of spirits. He's seen my dad's what is it called? It's like instead of a death angel, what is it called?
Death, an
Um,
angel, demon.
Instead,
you know the 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 skeleton with the black hoodie and
oh,
the
the Grim Reaper.
Grim
yeah.
Reaper.
But I mean, my dad's still alive. But like I was told that because like my son would point out ghost, ghost in front behind my dad, and my dad would get like angry and like so my media friend told me that his Grim Reaper looks like Death Note.
Hmm.
And like my son is scared. He don't like freaked out. And the Death Note, I mean the Reaper is like always telling him to be quiet. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's scary.
Hmm.
Yes, I mean my son
Now,
is seeing it. Oh, go ahead.
no, your family's originally from Thailand. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Laos and Thailand.
Okay. Have you ever been over there? Or have you been in America your whole life?
I've been to Laos and Thailand when I was little. That's when I saw my first ghost.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and like I didn't know what it was. It was just transparent. It was like a transparent looking monk walking around. That's what I
So
knew.
did
It
did
wasn't
your
like human. Oh, go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
did your it's okay. Did your family ever see anything like your mom, your dad, anything
Of
like that?
course, of course, but they don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they don't talk about stuff like that.
I couldn't remember
Um,
if you had said that already, but I wanted to ask.
they believe in stuff like that, but like my dad, he doesn't really like talking about it. But like the only
Mhm.
time he talked about it when I brought it up to him because my mom's ex-husband, he was murdered and then he came to visit me and I told my dad about it and my dad asked me like, did you see him in your dream? I was like, yeah. So that's like one way like if somebody that passed away visits you is from your dream. That's when like weird stuff was happening because he smoked cigarettes when he was alive and like in the middle of the night 3 a.m. the fire alarm went off. It was weird because
Oh,
that never
wow.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Mhm.
talked about it a few times on this show, like being able to smell like cigarette smoke from
Mhm.
people that have passed on that were like heavy smokers. Like you walk
Yeah.
into a room and there'd be the smell of cigarette smoke or like your grandmother's perfume or something
Yeah.
like that, an old lady's perfume. Uh, that stuff's creepy, man. And you talk about your son. He's 4 years old, and I asked if you thought maybe he would grow out of it because I've had several mediums on the show. We've
Mhm.
talked to so many of them, and they all talk about we're all born with this ability,
Mhm.
similar to what your son has. But most of us grow out of it. And
Yeah.
this one psychic described it as you get older, life kind of throws bleach over that ability, just kind of
Mhm.
wipes it out. It goes away. Some of us, we keep it. Your son could be one of them that keeps the gift and has it throughout his entire life. But I've got my daughter's 2 years old,
Mhm.
and I told the story that she will run down the hall, and it's down here where I'm at now. At the end of my hall, you've got my studio, which is where I'm sitting, and then you go past it and you go into my garage, and that's it. She would run to the end of the hall, like right in front of my studio, with the lights out at dark, and just start talking to something. And
Oh.
she still doesn't talk that great. It's like
Mhm.
gibberish, because
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
2. But she would point up and talk. Sometimes it would freak her out. She would scream and start running back.
Oh.
But most of the
Mm.
time, she just chilled out and just like would stand there and talk to him and laugh and giggle and just run back.
Ooh, I got goosebumps.
So I
Um,
mean, maybe your son.
I mean, I was told by like my medium friend and the monk that is he's gonna have it forever. Like that's his gift, because he's supposed to be like my guardian angel here. So like with your daughter's situation, it might be like an ancestor visiting her or something like that. And she's playing with them. Cause like I'll see my son like do that in the middle of the night too and play, but like I know if it's a bad spirit, if he's like scared and under the covers, you know. Hmm.
Yeah, and the other night it was so weird. We came home and I sat her down in the hallway and she ran into the living room and over she turned the corner and I couldn't see her. But she started screaming like somebody had just hit her on the head or something and took off running back to me. She was shaking. She was terrified. She ran
Mm,
back to me, wrapped her arms around me. I had to pick her up and I could feel how hard she was shaking. And I was thinking, what in the hell is going to be around this corner? I thought somebody broke in the house or something. There's going to be some weird man standing around the corner. So I just walked in there and she did not want me to go. She didn't want me to go in
yeah.
there, but I had to see what was in there. There was absolutely nothing there. Nothing. And my dog wasn't in there. The blinds on the door were shut. I mean, there's nothing that could have been there. I mean, I started going through the checklist in my head. Is there an animal in here? Did a
Mhm.
possum get in the house and get stuck and can't get out? A squirrel or something? Did she see a mouse? But no, there was nothing there. But it freaked her right the hell out.
Have you ever experienced like sleep paralysis, like during these times that are happening?
No, she has night terrors.
Yeah, I mean, well, so it's kind of like I don't know, like it could be her remembering her past life experience, or it might be them tormenting them. But cause like when I was going through that stuff with that spirit named Jimmy, whatever, he was like he would come into my dream, and I would have sleep paralysis a few times. But with me, with my spirit, I have a strong spirit, so that I can fight him off in my dream. You know what I mean? So, um, because I noticed, like, I seen on TikTok, like people with sleep paralysis. I mean, it's scary. It's scary, but I just gotta like remind people it's like a dream. You have control of your dream. You have more control than they do. You know.
So you've seen
Mm.
videos of people experiencing sleep paralysis? I've never even thought to look for it.
Yeah, cause like I was just googling it one night because I'm like, c- cause the last time I had the sleep paralysis was a couple years ago, before I started getting cleansed at the temple more, and like it was like a really big shadowy figure on top of me, but like I had my hands up and pushed him back, screaming and stuff like that, and oh,
That's
so and
creepy as
then
hell.
back to like the whole temple monk thing. So like okay, it's not like the movies where like the priest is like the power of Christ compels you. It's nothing like that. It's very peaceful. Like it's so like these monks when they do these things, they're very calm. Cuz like these spirits they feed off of fear. So they're very calm, like it's nothing to them. So like the last time I had a cleanse is because I also had like past life spirits that was attached to me, and I have negative entities. So I mean, I wasn't possessed, but they were like hindering me in life. And so that's what these spirits do. Like they hinder you, you know, and they make you go through things. And so the last monk I went to, like I had to wait for him to come back from Thailand, and he's like, so my friend from Minnesota, her mom is like always helping everybody get rid of evil spirits, and so her mom helped me, and so he's like, there's different ranks to being a monk. So there's like beginner, intermediate, and then like top level. So he was like top level, and he got rid of all of them, and I knew he got rid of all of them because my son stopped pointing ghost because he would point ghost every single day, and he was like able to sleep at night. He was at peace, and all he did was like we had to go to the temple on the time when my son was born. So and then we had to bring like so he shape we had to shape these rice balls into humans and put like candles on it. And so like I light the candles and then he would say a prayer over me and my son's head. And then he gave us like a protection bracelet and then he told me to take the plate outside by the tree. So I set the plate on it by the tree and he was like, "That's it. You're good to go."
Huh. Like what
So
was that supposed to represent? Do you know?
my family's like my ancestors and stuff like that. Like so the three balls are like my family that also have attachments. And so when you're around people who have attachments, it it attaches to you too. So he got rid of
Hmm.
me and my mom negative entities. Mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Definitely a lot different than you see in the
That's
movies.
Yes, it's very peaceful. Like you're welcome. You guys are welcome to go to the temple. It's like paradise. I don't know how to explain it, but like if we go on a Sunday, like we prep everything. So like when people go to get cleansed, you have to bring white flowers, white candles, and like a case of water, and you donate food or whatever. And so we meditate for like an hour or two. So meditation is like number one thing in Buddhism. Meditate, you create like a protection barrier. And so like when I first started going to the temple again, like so my monk has a special like video on YouTube. So you play this protection meditation video all night. And so my first time I played it, and they told me how to open up the window. So open up the window, and like in the middle of the video, I heard a, and my candles by my window fell down. So it was Jimmy leaving, but he came back. It was hard to get rid of him. Like the top ranked monk in Minnesota got rid of Jimmy for me.
mm. So you talk about the temple. Is that like us going to church? No, that's the image
Yes.
that I'm getting.
Yeah, I feel like it's like church, but like Thanksgiving, you get to eat after meditation. You eat a lot of good food, and like you have to eat the food because it's blessed by the monk. And then after that, if you need like a one-on-one consultation with the monk, you go see the monk, whatever, and you do donate. Um, they don't ask for like a lot of money, it's whatever you can donate. Like if it's like $20, $50, or something like that. Um, and like so some of these monks, they can read like your past life reading, they can read what's going on, they can read your family's, what's going on with your family, they can read a whole bunch of stuff, just like mediums. But these monks, some of these monks, they're just really good at getting rid of like all the negative energy, all the negative spirits that are attached to you. Hmm.
It sounds really, really interesting. You're giving me a lesson right now. I had no idea that it was like that at all. Now, me being like I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee, I don't know of any temples. I mean, I don't know if we have them around here. I mean, you just get online and Google
You, you guys do. You guys have one in Murfreesboro, whatever it's called, um, Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I got a cousin that lives in
Okay.
Chattanooga, so they have like parties and stuff like that at the temple. Um, but yeah, like you can go there. Like in Minnesota, there's uh, a lot of American people that volunteer at the temple where they help
Okay. You say
buildings and
like
stuff like
everyone's.
that.
It sounds like church to me. Like everyone's welcome. to come, and it's just really it seems cool to me. It's interesting.
It is like church. You got people trying to look good at the temple too, like put on the best Sunday suit on.
Okay. We still got a few minutes. If you have any other paranormal experiences that's happened throughout your life, we would love to hear them.
Um, Man, okay, so all right, back to Jimmy. Um, so like I was paranoid because at this time I was new to this spiritual thing. Like I went to that spiritual shop and I bought crystals and a black candle, and I thought that was gonna help. I burned that black candle to the end because it says to burn it 7 days straight, and on the seventh day, the flame split into two and was like dancing like crazy. And that I never seen that happen before. And
Oh
so I
wow.
freaked out. Yeah, I freaked out. And the next day I called my monk. I was like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. And he was like, don't worry. Cause he gave me blessed water. So he blessed this water for me. It's like holy water, but blessed, and it smells like flowers. And so he told me put it in a spray bottle, spray your car, spray your house. So first thing I did, I sprayed the inside of my car, and I kid you not, you know how they say, um, that weight lifted off your shoulders. That's how it felt. I
Mhm.
felt 50 pounds lighter on my back, and then I felt like something touching my head like this. So I sprayed over my head, and it was gone. And so at that time, I was only getting like 2 hours of sleep, because I was scared every night. And it was my first time laughing, and I was talking shit about the ghost. I was like, this ghost ain't shit. And it was my first time having like laughing and smiling and I was having energy. It was the weirdest thing. And like I was telling my friend, I was telling her like, man, I need to I need to sell this holy water, this blessed water this monk is giving me, because it felt like I was like on ecstasy and marijuana or something like that. That's how good I felt. And so like and then I was driving home and my son was in the car, and like I was just telling my friend about what my experience that just happened, and then all of a sudden I see like a black shadowy figure like above my steering wheel, and then behind the and in the mirror. So I was like, all right, let me call you back. So I pulled up in a public parking lot, and like I played the chant. I sprayed my whole car. It was crazy. I was so paranoid. And then when I got home, I got attacked in the bathroom. Like, he pulled my lips down when I was in the bathroom because I brushed my teeth in the shower, and so he pulled my lips down, and like I felt sharp pain, like a stabbing pain, like on my sides. Yeah, Jimmy
Oh
was
my
mad.
god.
Jimmy had
Jimmy's
a
a
whole
little
lot.
asshole.
Jimmy was
Yes.
mad. I was trying to get rid of him, and it took a while. It took over a year. Yeah,
God,
Wow.
over a year. Yeah.
what was Jimmy's problem? He's a little dickhead.
I don't know. I just know that he wanted to be my son's friend, So like with a
And
lot of these. Oh, go ahead.
I guess he feel like you were preventing that, maybe?
Of course, because like no kids should be around those spirits, like because I believe like once one come, they all come.
It's almost like you're a beacon and they're just all drawn to you.
Yeah, like yeah, if they know that they can see you, that's what my friend. So my friends that can see spirits, since they were like little, that they told me like you have to pretend like you don't see them or else they'll follow you. And so like she'll see them everywhere. She says she hates going to the children's hospital because
Mm,
she'll see them walking around, like like how you see them is how they look after they died. So
Mhm.
like if they got like got in a bad car accident and their head is busted, that's how they look afterwards too.
God.
But I told her like, how do you deal
Yeah.
with that when you're a kid, and
Yeah.
Well, she told me when she was I mean, she got used to it. She told me like one time, but so a couple died. Uh, the husband shot the wife and her boyfriend, and then he shot himself. And then uh, after they died, the husband and wife were still together, and they followed my friend home, and she was a kid at the time. And so like she was like sitting by her window, and she could hear them arguing, and she was like, "They're dead, and they're still arguing." She told them to
That's
shut up
funny.
and go home. That's what she told me. And so they went home.
Be arguing, and then that's my luck, man. My relationships, I'll be arguing even after death.
Yeah,
Um,
I
have you ever
yeah.
had any? Have you ever had any? What's this question? Sorry if I missed it, but was your son seeing Jimmy in his death state? Yeah, that's what she's
Oh,
talking about, Ristal.
oh yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because, like, I mean, like, I'm just going by what my medium friend told me because I asked her. I'm like, "Who's this Jimmy spirit?" You know, because like my son, he's still young. He doesn't speak well. He just knows it's a ghost. You know.
Yeah,
Um, but she sees that like how he died was he was a teenage boy who was molested. You know, so that's how he died. You know.
So he just had a lot of anger built up, and hey, let's just give it to you.
He was just angry at me because I was trying to get rid of him for the longest. Yeah, like she said he would
now,
like pull my hair and stuff like that.
Mandy, do
Mhm.
you have any experience, or do you know anyone that's had any experiences with Ouija boards?
Oh, yeah, the guy that I was dating, the last guy I was dating, but I mean, I don't know, his story might be different, but he told me like nothing happened, but I don't know. But I'm smart enough
So
to not to play with that.
the guy that had the chick that keeps
Hmm.
messing up his relationships, he played with the Ouija board.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go,
what
dumbass. There's your problem.
right?
There's your answer.
Yeah, he told me he played it when he was like 18 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, like I'm smart enough to not play with that and stuff like that. Like that's how you open portals and you don't know what's out there. Like I don't like to go
Yeah,
to graveyards. Um Everybody's like, "Oh, we got to go to haunted house." I mean, like I get it if you're like an investigator and that's your job, but like if you're just going there, just proceed with caution.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I say it all the time. I don't do that paranormal investigating stuff because I'm terrified something's going to latch on and I'm going to
Mhm.
bring it home with me, and I don't want any of that.
Yeah, they follow like so my friend who's in Minnesota, the one that's her mom is like a pro at getting rid of spirits at the temple with the monks. So her husband went hunting one day and like in Minnesota it's a big Indian land and he peed in the woods. So an evil Indian spirit followed him. And so one day they
Oh
were
God.
grocery shopping. They went grocery shopping at Walmart and their daughter at the time was 3 and like she was choking and her face turned blue. They had to take her to the ER, and so the doctor couldn't find nothing wrong with her. They're just saying, "Oh, it might be bad luck," but she had to stay there. Like she had to stay there for like a while, like maybe a couple of weeks, and but like a couple of days later, her cousin is a medium, and he came and told her like you have to get rid of the spirit. It's an angry Indian spirit trying to kill your daughter because he's angry that your husband peed on his land. So her mom got the monk, the same monk. Um, oh, let's see. I play with oh, you 24. I never close the portal. People see someone following me. I've never seen that, but woke up to my husband being slammed on the bed. Yeah, so all right. I mean, with stuff like that, I would highly suggest getting with like a really good medium or a priest, because like my monk told me like okay, let's say your ancestors are white. If you're white, you go to church, you get rid of them. If you're Asian, you go to the temple. But like with mediums, because like my medium, she's Lao and white, and she helped me get rid of like whatever. Um, but like yeah, if I were you, because I've
Hmm.
done everything. I've done sage, I've done crystals, I've done salt, candles,
Yeah, let
holy
me.
water.
We kind of glazed over that real quick. I'm gonna read that for everybody. Jetta, what's her name? Jetta Cards
Mhm.
says, I
Uh-huh.
played with the Ouija board 25 years ago. I never closed the portal, and people see someone following me. Oh God, I've never seen them, but one night I woke up to my husband being slammed on the bed. How freaky is that? People to tell
Oh,
you there's somebody following you, but you don't see them.
I have
Holy
a
shit!
question for Jetta. I have a question for Jetta. Do you feel
Okay,
somebody playing on your head? Like,
there you go, Jetta. Let us know. I mean, like playing with your hair? Is that what you mean?
yeah, like messing with, like, do you feel something like, on your head?
Okay, we'll wait on her response. Anyway, what were you saying, Mandy, before that?
Oh, I mean, I was like responding to her about the Ouija board. Like, if I were you, I would go see like a medium or like a really good known medium to help you get rid of that or something like that. Um,
Once in
so
a
yeah,
while.
that happened to me when I was like going through all that negative entities and spirits. Um, like like I felt somebody like messing with my hair and head, and like one time I was shopping at Marshall's, and this lady, like, she looked at me scared, and I felt like my head. So she looked at me like she was really frightened, and that's what I knew is a ghost, like, messing with me. My negative entities that was attached to me was messing with me while I was like shopping.
Mm, that's creepy stuff, man. Creepy stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. We are here at the hour mark. Mandy, I appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out. Unless you've got something that you want to add real quick before we go.
I mean, if anybody have questions, feel free to ask. I don't know. But other than that,
Okay.
like, stay away from
Yeah.
Ouija boards, and if you have issues, either go see a medium or a priest or a monk. I don't know. I mean, like, I just know that we are like stronger than them, and they do
Mhm.
feed off of fear.
If anybody wants to get a hold of Mandy with any questions or anything, y'all can contact me because, like I said, she doesn't have a website or anything like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, thank you for all your insight and sharing all your stories. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you guys.
And you did good
All
for
right.
your very first podcast. I told you you'd be fine.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, you did a good job. All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening, ma'am.
All right, bye.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, she was nervous. It was
You
her first time, but she did a good job.
did good. I told her she would do good. We just like to have a
Yes, sir.
conversation. We're not like gonna drill you. Where were you on the
Yeah.
night? Sorry,
All
I'm full of
right.
myself.
You're what?
I'm just full of myself tonight. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you? Are you all jacked up on Mountain Dew?
I don't drink Mountain Dew. I think Mountain Dew's grody.
What is your
I drink pumpkin spice coffee.
shut up? We gotta go. I draw the line at anything pumpkin. By damn.
Don't be such a
I mean, do
pumpkin
people eat
hater.
pumpkin? Do people eat pumpkin? Because Scarlett watches Cocomelon all the time. Cocomelon and this other show, Baby Thin, is all the
Mhm.
Netflix cartoons for babies. She's into them. But one of them,
Mhm.
they're doing their eat vegetables. Vegetables are great, yummy, yummy, yummy. You'd rather have vegetables than ice cream bullshit. And they're going through all these vegetables, and this kid picks up yummy, yummy pumpkin and takes a bite of a slice of pumpkin. Like, do people eat pumpkin? I've never
Yes,
seen anybody.
yes. But I have heard. Now, I don't take it that far. I'll drink pumpkin spice everything, any day, any season, and pumpkin pie and pumpkin ice cream. But I've never eaten. You know, but I've heard that you have to boil it or cook it first because it does have some, like, I don't know if it's salmonella or botulism, but you have to look. I'm telling you, she gets it. I've never
Pumpkin
had pumpkin
soup.
soup.
God, I think y'all are just making this shit up. This is all a big joke on Wayne.
I think,
Nope.
look, I'm going to research it and I'm going to email you.
What did Bristol say?
Um,
I just had beef stew that was baked in a pumpkin. It was amazing. Now you're making that shit up, Bristol. That didn't happen. Go ahead and admit I had a pumpkin hamburger. Shut up. Ain't nobody out here eating pumpkin. Pumpkin pie. I mean, I don't
Do
even
you like
eat. I've
pumpkin
never
pie?
had pumpkin pie. I've never had pumpkin pie. I won't eat it.
Well, then what the hell is wrong with you?
It's a pumpkin.
It's not. It's the innards of a pumpkin.
The only thing good about a pumpkin is its color.
I'm
At Tennessee
gonna make a
orange.
pumpkin. I'm gonna make a pumpkin pie and like somehow get it to you.
Okay,
My
Mr.
gift to
Tiffany.
you.
Mr. Tiffany's telling me to give it up.
Yeah, see,
I
he
will.
knows. Look, we celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary yesterday, so he
saw that.
gets it. He said, "See, not when it comes to pumpkin," because he knows.
Well, in all seriousness, happy anniversary, guys. 24 years. That is amazing. Something that you do not see in this day and age. So, congrats, guys. I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Thank you. And see what Naomi said here. Once the flesh is baked, it has a completely different flavor, even if you make a pie out of it. If you make it from a fresh pumpkin, you should bake the flesh first. See, that's what I heard.
Now, she said the word flesh twice in that. I'm already out. I ain't eating the flesh of nothing.
Do you eat
Flesh.
peaches?
No, I like the taste of peaches, but I can't get past the fuzzy shit. I can't.
And that's the flesh of the peach.
I can't bite into. See, I'm getting goosebumps. If you could see it right now, I got goosebumps thinking about. Oh my god, it's happened again. The buzz on my lips. I can't. Oh my god.
You crack me up, buddy. Do you eat oranges? Naomi wants to know apples or oranges.
Duh. Yeah, I mean they're
Well,
great.
yeah, but you have the
What?
flesh of an orange.
I don't
Versus
eat the peel.
Yeah, well,
Is that the flesh?
anything that has a skin. See, and Naomi just said it too. Do you eat anything that has a skin and an inside part that is edible? That inside part is called the flesh.
All I'm thinking about right now is it puts the lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again. I don't want to think about eating anything with skin, Buffalo Bill.
Oh
So,
gosh, that's so funny.
Silence of the Lambs bullshit.
Oh, that is hilarious.
You will never convince me that pumpkin is edible. Just can't do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Potato, I guess.
Yeah.
I will not ever drink a Mountain Dew either. So, I mean, you know how that goes.
As I
I,
sip my code red and get ready to have my 5th bout of kidney stones.
I was gonna say I hear that it's not very good for the kidneys.
No, I've been feeling off lately. I don't know what my deal is.
Have
Anyway,
you?
this ain't a medical show. We're getting off topic here.
Your flesh has not felt great.
No.
Oh well, let me
All right.
let me tell you really quick what happened. And I'm really excited because when paranormal stuff jacks up here, that is when we have Bigfoot action outside. So I'm waiting. But the other night I was laying in the bed and Zach was at work, and I sleep with the bedroom door open when Zach's not home so I can hear Carrie and the dog. So I'm laying there on my side and I'm watching something on my iPad, and her door opens. We have noisy doors this time of year, and her door opens and then it closes back. And so, but she didn't come out. So I texted her and I was like, "Are you okay?" Because it's almost like one of those, the kids open the door and they're like, "Oh shit, mom's still awake," and they shut the door. So I texted her, I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she didn't answer it, which is not unusual for her at this age. So I got up and I went in there and she is sound asleep, her and the dog both. So I don't know if something came out of her room or if something went into her room. But something opened the door and closed it back, and it wasn't her.
Are you sure you weren't asleep and then just
Oh, I'm positive.
dreamt it?
I didn't dream it. That's creepy.
Was it Mr. Tiffany playing a joke on you?
Not unless he can do that from like 37 minutes away from the house.
I don't know. We talk about some weird shit on this show.
We do. Makes you wonder. But no, that was legit creepy.
Just put the lotion on your skin.
I love her.
Let's get out of here. Say your goodbyes, ma'am.
Bye, you guys. Thank you for coming and hanging out. And do not forget to show up on Tuesday night. Wayne will be live in the field.
I'm telling you, I think I'm gonna take my computer and maybe a mic and try to set up as best I can and maybe interview a couple people while we're there. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. But y'all be looking for it Tuesday at regular time, 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that.
Yep. Just holler at me.
All right. Guys, y'all be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.